This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Darius Stewart now on the return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll go on the ground. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Time to look at the defensive starters for Cleveland. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, here's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Here's Goff now on second down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. From the gun on third down, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Goff now looking to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Out of the gun. Gone. That's complete to Meredith. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
180.
Goff now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Goff now looks to throw. That's caught by Meredith right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got Curse. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. To the air again. Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Throwing again is Goff. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Goff throwing again. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Richard Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen. And I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque right there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is gone. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Gone. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's gone. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Oh, eluding the tackle. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On second down, here's Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally, you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter. So how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass. Okay, that's cool. But he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A handoff to Mixon. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. They'll drop to throw. Cooper's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now 2 picks thrown by the rookie here on the road in this one in hostile territory.
And you know the discussion all week, any week, is take care of the football. But it's especially important on the road. And now he's made his team's task that much more difficult with these interceptions.
Yeah, a pair of first-half picks. We'll see how he bounces back later. Right now, their defense needs to respond. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this is caught by Curse. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Gone. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
From the gun, here's Goff. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Again, Goff. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point good by Prater, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll set up to throw. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A wide ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. The final shot before break here. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And it's the visiting Washington Redskins who have the lead in that one. Alex Smith with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Let's go!
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. 3 and 9.
Here's a give to Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The gun. They'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. Able to power through. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Here we go now. Blue, landing.
Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Going up top. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. That was 2nd down 1 for Murray. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Goff now looks to throw. He's got Curse. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go with Murray again. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Jets on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Goff. Found his target. It's Anderson. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now again, this is Murray. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage. Usually an 8-man front, that's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got room. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now let's go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to Mixon on first down. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This is Mixon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. In for the score. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will
No,
he?
he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
What? 120.
3rd and long. It's gone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Browns getting set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start out here with the option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack.
Let's go.
But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Browns on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Gone.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
Now let's go.
Nixon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st and 10, gone. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Complete outright to Kurz. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
What? 180.
Throwing again is gone. And that is incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 32 that time. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route?
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Latavius Murray with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. And we're seeing an extension of the lead by the Jags. They're up pretty big. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Mixon. Stays on his feet. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Browns on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Blue landed.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Go, son. Like 20.
10th carry of the game now. Murray. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
4 down.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
They'll run here with Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. Now they try the right side here. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And this is caught by Kurz. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
First throw in overtime for Goff. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off-kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's Goff. That's complete to Meredith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. To the air again. Goff. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10, Goff again. And oh, if he could have just clutched that and fallen to the ground, it's an overtime victory. Instead, incomplete. They sort of got a new lease on life there. If he picks that off, this ball game's over.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. My defensive backs coach at Tennessee, a lost opportunity is never regained. You should drive him crazy when I drop those potential interceptions as that one was there.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And his kick is good. A gut-wrenching moment, but he's able to bang it through from long distance. And they match an earlier OT field goal with one of their own. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
Will 3 points be enough to do it? We'll soon know as we continue here in overtime. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive, not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise the offense is just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays. I think...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Murray. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Jets, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.